Hello my dear students, so we are back again with the chapter cell. Yesterday we had started with this new chapter 2, that is the cell, and we have studied and understood that what is the meaning of a cell, what are the theories of cell, who discovered cell, what different types of cells are there. Now the thing is that today we are going to study about the structure of cells, and so for that purpose I request all of you to sit with your book, your science book, page number 26. So I shall go line by line. So we are going to study about the structure of cells. Okay, let's see what it's written. A cell has both living and non-living parts. Okay, so a cell will have living part also and non-living part also. Fine, understood. The living parts present in a cell have a definite shape, structure and function and are commonly called as organelles. So this living part which will be present, suppose this is a cell, okay, and this living part in a cell, they will have particular shape, they will have, this is the nucleus, we'll be studying in details about all these things. They will have particular shape, structure, and each of them will have separate functions also. And so these are called as organelles because why are they called as organelles? Because each of them have a definite, because they have a definite shape. I'm writing it in short, okay, definite shape, then they have a definite structure, and also they have a definite function. And so for this purpose they are called as organelles, and these organelles are found where? Inside the cell. I hope it's clear till this much. Next, what is written? Typically all cells have three major parts except bacteria. So if you exclude bacteria, bacteria is what? It's a microorganism. It's a microorganism. Okay, so what is written in a book? That except bacteria, all cells, they have three major parts. Cells have three major parts, and what are they? Number one is the cell membrane, then number two is the cytoplasm, right, and number three is the nucleus. So these are the three major parts found in where? Found in the cell. But you have to exclude bacteria, which is a microorganism. They do not have all these three parts. Understood till this much? Next, plant cells have a cell wall which surrounds the cell membrane, and the cell wall is not found in animal cells. See, this is the picture. This is the plant cell and this is the animal cell. Fine. So what are we going to study here is that your book says that plant cells have a cell wall. You can see where is the cell wall. Yes, this is the cell wall. This cell wall is present in the plant cells. Can you see any arrow starting from cell wall towards the animal cells? No, we don't see any arrow towards the animal cells. That means what? This cell wall, okay, cell wall is present only in the plant cells. Animal cells, they do not have cell wall. Okay, and animal cells, they have cell membrane. Plant cells, they also have cell membrane. So cell membrane is common to both plant cells and animal cells, but cell wall is only present in the plant cells. So again, let me write, plant cells have both cell membrane and I'm writing it in short, plus cell wall. Animal cells have only cell membrane, right? Cell wall is absent in animal cells. Understood? I think it's the picture makes everything clear. Now next, what is written? Observe figure. We see that cell organelles are embedded in the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is what? Where is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm, cytoplasm. We don't have cytoplasm here indicated. So cytoplasm is this yellow fluid. Yellow fluid. This yellow fluid is the cytoplasm. It is basically a jelly-like structure, and on this jelly-like structure, this cell organelles, see, each of these cell organelles, they have a definite structure, okay, definite functions are there. They are not similar, okay, each of them have different structure and function and shape, and so they are called as organelles. So in the plant cells and the animal cells, these organelles keeps floating in the cytoplasm. Understood? And what is cytoplasm? It's a jelly fluid like material which is present in the cells. Understood? We'll study each of them in details. Now let's go ahead with cell membrane, page number 27. So what is a cell membrane? See, a cell is surrounded by a thin covering called the cell membrane. So this is the cell and it has a thin covering, okay, fine, which is called the cell membrane, or cell membrane is also sometimes called as the plasma membrane. So suppose in the exam, if I say what is a plasma membrane, okay, so don't get confused. Whatever answer you will be giving for the cell membrane, the same answer will be for plasma membrane also. I may ask in this way. So I am telling you all that cell membrane and plasma membrane are same. So what are they? They are a thin covering which surrounds the cell. You can see it is covering the cell. Okay, the cell membrane protects the cell and give its shape. So they are covering the cell and also providing what? Providing shape. Okay, so this is round in shape. Some of the cell they will have this one a bit of a rectangular shape. Some of them will have in this way like a sort of a cashew nut shape. Okay, so what is happening here is that the plasma membrane or cell membrane is also surrounding this cell organelle and accordingly providing the shape. It allows only selective movement of material in and out of the cell, hence it is called a selectively permeable membrane. So cell membrane, remember always that it is selectively permeable membrane. That means what? That means that it acts just like the main door. This is the door, right? We don't allow everyone to get inside our house from our main door, right? Very selectively we will allow people to get in and go out of the house. So similarly, cell membrane also, what do? They do not allow all the nutrients or water and minerals to easily get inside the cell or come out of the cell. Okay, so it's very selectively permeable. It will just choose, okay, if it's water, then sometimes it will choose that, okay, fine, let me enter this water inside the cell. Then again, certain waste materials are produced in this cell. So what will happen? Suppose if waste materials are not excreted out of the cell, then this is going to damage the cell. So for that purpose, then the cell membrane will allow those waste material to come out of the cell. So you can see that it keeps on regulating. It does not allow everyone to come in and everyone to go out of the cell, and that is why this cell membrane is called the selectively permeable membrane. Okay, so it regulates the movement of selected substances like water and minerals, allowing them to enter and leave the cell. So that's what I told. Understood? So its cell membrane is just like the door of the house. Okay, it's just like the door which selectively allows people to come in and go out. Understood? Next, we go to the cell wall. Now, this cell wall is present only in plant cells. Okay, let's see what's there. The cell wall is present only in plant cells. Fine, we have studied. Animal cells, they do not have cell wall. We know this. Animal cells, they don't have a cell wall. Okay, this extra layer provides rigidity and protection to the cells, as plants do not have a skeleton for support. Now see, in animal cells, in all the animals or human beings, you see, we have inside us, what do we have? We have bones, right? We have bones. Okay, so what is the function of these bones? Due to the presence of these bones inside our body, what happens is that it provides a framework. It provides a framework to our body. We have a structure. We have what? A structure to our body. This is in terms of animals, humans, okay. But in plants, this skeleton is absent, isn't it? Plants, they don't have a skeleton. But then these plants, you will see, you just go out of your room and you will find different varieties of plants, and each of the plants, they have different structure, they have a different framework, right? Then how do they get this framework? If the plants, they don't have this skeleton, they get it by the help of this cell wall. This cell wall helps the plants to have rigidity. Rigidity means what? That stiffness and structure to the plants. Okay, and also obviously protection is there. Okay, supporting. So understood why only plant cells, they have cell wall, and animal cells, they do not have cell wall. Understood? So the cell membrane is common in both. Cell membrane, which is the door. Shall I change the, or shall I rub? Wait, erase. I shall erase all ink. Yeah. So what I was saying is that cell membrane in both the animal and plant cells. Why in both it's present? Because this cell membrane, it acts as a door, right? It acts as a door. So both in plant and animal cells, they will selectively allow water and minerals to get inside the cell and get outside this out of the cell. But in case of cell wall, can you see this one? Cell wall is there only in plants. Only in plants, because what happens is that the plants, they do not have any bones inside them to give them framework. So this cell wall provides that framework, structure. Understood? Protection. So I hope this is crystal clear. The cell wall is completely permeable, that is, it allows movement of all substances across it. The cell wall contains a large amount of cellulose. So remember this thing, that cell membrane was selectively permeable. Okay, I told it's like the door of the house, but this cell wall is completely permeable. That means everything can come inside the cell wall. By the help of the cell wall, anything can go out of the cell wall. So what can you say? If cell membrane is like the door of the house, then cell wall is just like an open field, right? An open field, you go, run, exercise, do whatever you would like to do. Okay, so it's like completely permeable to all the substances, this cell wall, which is present in the plant cells. And also this cell wall also contains a chemical substance which is called the cellulose. Remember this thing, please. Cell wall in plants have cellulose. These are, you can say, what? With the help of cellulose, the cell walls are formed. Okay, these are like the organic constituents, you can say. Understood. So this is all about your cell wall. Next we go to the nucleus. Let's see what is nucleus all about. The nucleus controls the major functions of the cell. So nucleus, you can say it to be as the brain. Like we have a brain which controls everything in our body. So nucleus is also like the brain of the cell. Okay, fine. What's written next? Controls a major function. Thus it is referred to as a, oh, it's already written. You see, brain of the cell. The nucleus is surrounded by a membrane called the nuclear membrane. So you see, this is the nucleus and it is covered by a layer which is called the nuclear membrane. Okay, so a semi-solid substance called nucleoplasm is present inside the nucleus. So this yellow liquid that you can see, fluid-like structure, this is the nucleoplasm. It is present inside the nucleus. Okay. The nucleoplasm contains thread-like structures called chromosomes. So this yellow is the nucleoplasm which is present inside the nucleus, and in this nucleoplasm what floats is, just let me change the ink. Yeah. So what floats is chromosomes. From chromatin is the primary stage, that is the first stage. The advanced stage is the chromosome. So in the nucleoplasm, in this fluid, there are chromosome present. You can see this red thread-like structure. These are chromosomes. Now why are chromosomes present inside the nucleus, and what are chromosomes? See, chromosomes carry the hereditary material called genes that are responsible for transferring characteristics from parents to offspring. So in these thread-like structures, do you know, there are information about us. So you can see that many people tell you that, oh, you look like your mother, oh, you look like your father, okay, so, no, you look like your grandfather, in this way, you know, it's so resemblance is there. Now see, how does this resemblance come to you? This is due to heredity, that is transfer of characteristics from your parents to you, parents to offspring. Offspring means babies. Okay, these look alike, like the eyes. Your eyes may be just exactly like your mother, or your nose may be just exactly like your grandmother also, it can be, or grandfather, or maybe your father also. Okay, so how does this information get passed on to you from your parents or from your grandparents? This is by the process of genetic information being carried by this chromosome. So these thread-like structures, which are called the chromosome, they contain genetic information. What are they contain? They contain genetic information, that is, they contain every other thing which needs to be transferred from the parents to the child. Okay, like the hair, some of your parents may be having curly hair, so you also have inherited that from your parents. Why? Because that curly hair information was present in this thread-like structure of the nucleus, and that passed on from your, suppose your mother, to you. Understood? So this is what is all about your chromosomes carrying information in the form of genes. Next, when a cell is not in a state of division, the chromosomes are seen as a network called chromatin network. See, I told you chromatin is the primary stage, the advanced stage is the chromosome. So what happens is that, suppose the nucleus is present and there is no such genetic information now being transferred, cell division is not taking place, then this thread-like structure, they will be in the form of chromatin, that is in the primary stage, in the primitive stage. Okay, as soon as this nucleus gets the information that, oh, now we have to divide, at that point of time this chromatin gets transformed into chromosomes. Okay, A non-membrane bound spherical structure called nucleolus is also present inside the cell. So this is the nucleolus. These are also present inside the cell. So the nucleus is the brain of the cell. The nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear membrane, right? Then a fluid-like substance, or you can say what's written in your book, a semi-solid substance called nucleoplasm is present inside the nucleus. Then all the genetic information are carried in the form of chromosomes inside the nucleus, and these genetic information is passed on from the parents to the offsprings. And also the nucleolus is also, which is a non-membrane bound, that is, it doesn't have any membrane, doesn't have any covering, you can say, that is called the nucleolus, is present inside the nucleus. Understood? So this was all about your nucleus. And then we study about the cytoplasm. I told you cytoplasm is what? It's a jelly-like fluid that is found within the cell membrane, right? You see, this is a jelly-like fluid. I had shown you this one, this yellow thing is the what? It's the jelly-like fluid which is called the cytoplasm, and this is the nucleus. You can see this is the nucleus, this is the nucleus, isn't it? Yes. So this is we were studying about cytoplasm. So it's written there is a jelly-like fluid that is found within the cell membrane. Okay, it is found within the cell membrane, we have seen, but outside the nucleus. So it is inside the cell membrane but outside the nucleus. Do you find this yellow fluid inside this nucleus? No, we are not finding this yellow fluid inside the nucleus, because in the nucleus also they have a nucleoplasm. Okay, cytoplasm is outside the nucleus, so cytoplasm will not be present inside the nucleus. Inside the nucleus the fluid substance will be nucleoplasm, but inside the cell other than the nucleus this will be cytoplasm. Okay, many organelles are embedded in the cytoplasm. So many organelles we will be studying now one by one: ribosome, vacuole, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, centrioles, chloroplast, everything. All these things are embedded, means what? They are present in this jelly fluid-like structure of the cell. Understood? So this was your cytoplasm. See, I am the dancing queen. It's such thick jelly-like structure of the cell, and you can see that so many different cell organelles are present inside the cytoplasm and is floating. Okay, and is floating in the cytoplasm. So now in the next video what we are going to study is that we are going to take up each of these single cell organelles which are present inside the cytoplasm and keeps floating there. We will be studying that what are its important functions, why do we have mitochondria, why do we have Golgi bodies, etc. in our body. So I hope it's clear up till this much. If not, then please rewatch this video. All right, thank you.